Hi, I'm Tracy from Tracy Taylor Coaching, and today I'm here to tell you that perfectionism is sinister. Wow, I've never heard it put quite so bluntly as that, but I heard Brené Brown say that on a podcast this week, and it really hit home. So, perfectionism is sinister. Like, what is so wrong with perfectionism? For anyone that's not come across Brené Brown before, she does a lot of work around leadership, around vulnerability, about she calls it daring greatly, kind of being in the ring and having to put yourself out there. And with that comes a vulnerability. And a lot of that is linked to shame. And so this idea that perfectionism is really covering up all of those difficult feelings that we don't want to feel. So we want to try and strive to get things right, not because we think it's better or not because we think we're going to get a better result if it's perfect. It's actually we're trying to avoid some negative feelings if we don't get it perfect. Perhaps we think there's something wrong with us if we don't get it perfect. Perhaps we think if we're going to get negative feedback, that means something negative about us. And I think that's where that sinister really comes from, because you do a piece of work, you get negative feedback, it doesn't mean anything negative about you. And a lot of the time when people are striving for perfection, it's because there's a little bit, maybe a small piece of them is worried that actually if that work isn't perfect, then there's something wrong with them and it might reflect badly on them. So trying to get away from this idea that everything needs to be perfect is really actually a positive thing. Personally, none of these posts would ever go out if I was striving for perfection. See, I just messed that up there. And so just try and stop it. Easier said than done, obviously, but just consider it. Just start to get curious, start to think, what is it that's really blocking me here? Is it that this piece of work needs to be done to that level? Or is it something else? Am I putting some meaning on delivering at that level that doesn't need to be there? And that's all I ask of you really, is to get curious and think about it. Where is this perfectionism coming from? And do I need it? Would I get the same results without that perfection? And would my life actually be better if I embrace the discomfort of not being perfect and what that might mean, rather than striving every time for perfection?